Here, you and Ginger seem to be getting along. Oh my God!
Get married and have kids and raise your kids responsibly.
Oh my God, this is such difficult.
So here's my question. What the fuck? I have
Okay.
two things I want to bring up, but this I thought was funny.
Well, did you watch that clip that I showed you about how reactions go? You know, everybody seems to like these reaction videos. So screw it. Give the people what they want. We're not Disney. We're not going to tell people what they need to watch. We'll, people want to watch reaction video. We'll give it to them.
Also,
no problem.
As I've said before, I like reaction videos. It's one of my favorite things. Anyway, so Howie Mandel has a podcast.
Hang on. I'm looking at a video that's an hour and 5 minutes and 9 seconds.
No. This is going to happen very, very quickly. Howie Mandel has a podcast. The reason I know Howie Mandel has a podcast is because this happened.
Oh, boy.
So you know who Dana White is, correct?
Oh, come on. Dana White? Yeah.
All right. For people that don't know.
We're thinking
nobody doesn't know. If you don't know.
Dana White, right? The MMA Dana White?
Yes.
Okay.
So he was on Howie Mandel's podcast. I want you to watch this. I'm not going to explain anything about it to you. We're just going to watch. I don't know how long it takes. He's going to introduce him. It's a podcast going to start. He's going to introduce him, and then the event happens. So here we go. You can hear this, right?
Yes.
Welcome to Howie Mandel Does.
Oh, this is the worst game show ever.
Yeah, that's his daughter, by the way.
I'm Jacqueline Schultz, his daughter.
There you go.
Today's a twofer, Jackie. Today we knew that Ginger Billy was coming in, but we didn't know
who that
because
guy
I requested. If you watched the live last week, I told you I was wishing, and sometimes when you wish upon a star, the star shows up. Oh, there he is. Dana.
Yeah, there he is.
Okay. White, you are an amazing guy. I can't thank you enough for being here.
By the way, we might watch this a couple of times.
Here, you and Ginger seem to be getting along. You are not only an amazing businessman, you are an inspiration. You are a philosopher. The way you do business, the way you're going to suck his dick more. Jesus Christ! Your business and your friendships and media is. I'm jealous, but Dana, I can't thank you enough for being here.
Thank you.
Here we go.
For all the kind words, I appreciate it. I am so fucking tired of doing podcasts. I'm literally done with them. I'm not doing any more podcasts.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Wow.
Look at his face.
Oh my God. That was beautiful. That is so.
Look at the daughter's face. Look at her. This guy's like, what the fuck?
We have an illustrious guest from the middle of the other side of the country. That is some dude.
And I did not watch the rest of this. I watched maybe another minute. I watched maybe another minute because I'm like, is he going to address it? He does. I can only tell you that Howie Mandel doesn't address it for the next minute and a half.
Really?
Yeah. He just goes on. He just goes on talking to this.
Yes, the East Coast. Yes, sir.
I could tell by the accent. He just pretends like it just doesn't happen. From New York City.
Okay. Now,
holy shit.
If you're anything like me, you want to see this again.
Yes. Wait. Hold on. Stop.
Go ahead.
No, put the cursor on the thing.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so he apparently doesn't, because you see how the spike that spike?
Yeah.
So obviously he doesn't talk about it at all or anything. Otherwise there would be more interest. I don't know I think the spike is likes or shit, or, how much people view it. I forget what it is exactly, but I just know it seems like that's where the interesting shit happens in the video. Yeah. And clearly nothing else interesting really happens until the end of the goddamn show. So
everybody tuned in here. Probably did what I did and watched the next minute and a half, and then skipped to the end to see if how did this end?
Go to the end.
No, I'm looking at it. Oh shit.
Okay.
Yeah. I clicked it by mistake, but right there it spikes a little bit at the end too.
Okay, play the end. See if anything happens.
Okay.
Like, does he on a tit of a boar hog? Like, this episode was like nursing on the tit of a boar hog while the neighbor's screwing his sister. Wow.
Why?
What the fuck does that even back? You want us all to be like a
I'm trying to not have you bring it back.
He's obviously going to say nonsense. We want people to go, How does he do it? How does he do it?
That's
I
brilliant.
don't care.
Yeah, we bring it all again.
I blame you.
Brought it together.
We did. We
Was
started with your.
I blame you for making this happen. Why are you watching this part? Okay, let's go back to the part that I love.
Yes, just go to the
It's
part.
my favorite thing that has happened.
Oh
This is my
God.
Okay. Well, I want to. Now they do cut to him occasionally as how he's licking his asshole. So let me get. We don't want the theme song. Okay, here. This is probably good.
But we didn't know because I requested. If you watched the live last week, I told you I
That
was
ginger dude looked really happy that
the star shows
Dana was
up.
going to be on
Dude,
there.
look at that. Look at that expression. That's fucking great. So apparently last week he said he was going to have him on. Like, I guess he was obligated because he was already assigned to do this. But
Mandel.
I'm Jacqueline Schultz, his daughter.
Today's a twofer, Jackie. Today we get.
Okay, well, I want to point this out. A lot of people said this was fake, by the way, and I'm going to say that.
Yeah.
I'm going to say so. A lot of people say because it's Howie Mandel. Now, I don't dislike Howie Mandel. I'm not a fan of his podcast. I don't dislike him, but he does do a lot of practical joke shit. He had a show that was about practical jokes, so it would make sense that he might do. Like if he's friends with Dana White, say, Dana, I want you to come on. You don't have to stay on. Just, I want to pull this prank, and Dana go along with it. But when you look at Dana White's face, this is not a prank.
I was going to say.
If this is a prank, Dana White should be an actor.
We knew that Ginger Billy was coming in, but we didn't know because I requested. If you watched the live last week, I told you I was wishing, and sometimes when you wish upon a star, the star shows up. Dana White, you are an amazing. I can't thank you enough for being here. You and Ginger seem to be getting along. You are not only an amazing businessman, you are an inspiration. The way you conduct your
this
business.
Is no act, dude.
Yeah, seriously.
Media.
He looks like somebody's like, why am I wasting my time with this dumb shit?
Dana,
dude.
I can't thank
like
you.
MMA is huge.
Here.
Thank you for all the kind words. I appreciate it. I am so fucking tired of doing podcasts. I'm literally done with them. I'm not doing any more podcasts.
You know what that reminds me of? When
What's
we were
that?
just done with our previous job, we're just like, I'm not doing this.
Yes.
shit. We
Yes.
just walk out.
Yes. Oh, when I got the call for the current job that we're in,
Yes.
and the HR lady, I forgot her name, gave me an offer. First, I didn't even haggle like you're supposed to. I was like, yeah, really? I can leave. I'm in the middle of my job. I went on what they called personal instead of break. It's basically you have your assigned breaks at assigned times, and you go on personal if you got to take a shit or whatever. I went on personal, answered the phone, walked out of the building, paced back and forth, in front of the building, talking to the HR lady, walked right back in, didn't even glance at my desk, walked right up to the person you would go to tell them that you're like sick or whatever. And, I said, I quit. I quit. And she goes, what? She goes, you like she kind of giggled at first, like I'm joking. And then I'm just like, no, I quit. And she goes, she goes, are you going to give notice? You're giving notice? I said, yes, I'm giving notice that I quit. And she goes,
giving you notice right now that I'm quitting.
Yeah, I'm giving you notice that I quit. She goes, well, when's your last day? I said, right now, this minute is my last day. We were so done with that place.
Seriously.
And anyway, I actually wound up giving 2 weeks notice at that job. I never showed back up. But the lady, I'm not going to mention names, but the Xena warrior princess lady, you know what I'm talking about. She who treated all of us like shit the entire time. She comes up to me. She like walked past to see what was going on, and she goes, how much time do you have in vacation time? I'm like, I don't know. She goes, I'm just going to put your vacation time in, and that'll be your 2 weeks notice. So I basically left on vacation. So technically I gave notice. It was the only nice thing. We were there for like 10 years. The only nice thing she ever did.
And you know why they did that? Because they didn't want it that you just walked out.
Yeah.
Do you remember after I left and me, you, and Phoenix were kind of doing a podcast? And remember, Phoenix kept asking me, my old supervisor wants to know why you left. Why did you leave? And we kept making fun. You know, we were joking like, because the place sucks and everybody's a douchebag.
Yeah.
I think that helped cause the whole big change in that place. Remember the big changes that we?
Yeah.
The main guy was retired early, more like forced retired early, and then a new guy was in charge, and they start playing, calming music over the intercom, which kiss my ass if you think that would have made me stay.
Oh my God. Yeah. No, we were so done.
Oh yeah.
So done with that place. That was all.
You were at least somewhat professional about it. I just didn't come in.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you did. You just stopped showing up, and when they called you, you just didn't answer the phone for a while. All right, we'll continue that in a second. I just want to see it one more time. Dude, I can't tell you.
I know that feeling, man.
Dude, that's what this spike is. That's what this spike is the same people watching this over and over again.
How about make this video, make it smaller. I want to see how many views this thing got.
Okay.
Just for that.
By the way, it went viral all over the place.
Oh, okay.
And I started seeing everybody talk about it. As a matter of fact, how I found this is I was in my algorithm. I seen something that said Dana White walks out on podcast. I'm like, huh? And then clicked. I think it was Chael Sonnen. If you know who Chael Sonnen is. Yeah. Okay. I think he was talking about it. So I clicked on his thing, and he just goes, Dana White, starts off the video. Dana White walked out on Howie Mandel's podcast. I immediately searched for this video and watched it. I have no idea what Chael Sonnen said after that. But anyway, here we go.
Well, scroll down a bit.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Well, let's
more.
Hang on. Let's see how many views he normally gets.
Oh my Lord Jesus.
Dude.
Oh my. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's fucking great.
Wow, that's amazing.
One more time and we'll move on.
But Dana, I can't thank you enough for being here.
Thank you for all the kind words. I appreciate it. I am so fucking tired of doing podcasts. I'm literally done with them. I'm not doing any more podcasts.
Watch their faces. Watch their faces. Look at the question mark on Howie Mandel's face. Watch this. Look how uncomfortable, dude. Look how uncomfortable the ginger dude is. Dude, he starts adjusting his. Look, he's like moving around, like he doesn't know what to do, and then you see.
It's just like
we have an illustrious guest from the middle of the other side of the country, South Carolina.
Yes, sir. East Coast.
That's
okay.
The East.
All right. Now, I
wonder if they cut stuff out because the way they.
So here's the problem with that. This is live.
Oh.
Yes, he started doing his things live. I think. Okay. No. Yeah, it says live on the thing.
Welcome to Howie Mandel Does Stuff. I'm Howie Mandel.
You know what they might have? Because because when they go live and you watch the replay, you got the chat on the side.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the chat, but when I watched it, I'm pretty sure there was a chat on the side.
Is he doing live through YouTube or live through
I don't
something else and then posting it on YouTube?
No.
Because live through YouTube, even though it's a VOD, it'll still show the chat on the side, on the right hand side.
Yeah. I don't actually know how he does this.
Scroll down. I want to see some of the comments.
Okay.
Oh my God. Oh, that was the guy's
bystander. Oh, yeah. Ginger Billy. Something.
Yeah, definitely. Something happened.
Maybe, possibly.
Because it felt like something was going on off camera.
Well, he also look. Here's the other thing. Howie Mandel said, "I see you two are getting along." Was that a sarcastic remark, like they weren't getting along?
Oh,
hang on. Let's see.
I'm Jacqueline Schultz, his daughter.
Today's a twofer, Jackie. Today we get, we knew that Ginger Billy was coming in, but we didn't know because I requested, if you watched the live last week.
Oh, okay, this isn't live.
I was wishing, and sometimes when you wish upon a star, the star shows up. Dana
like he looks already pissed off.
Yes.
Like
yes.
The moment they show him, he looks like he already has in mind, I'm walking out of this shit.
Yes.
I give it to him that he even said, yeah, I'm walking out of this shit.
Yeah. And okay. So let's think about this. What's going through his mind as this is starting? Is he thinking, I want to announce it to the world that I'm leaving? Because he could have left before all this.
Mm-hmm.
He could have left right now. Right now he could have left, but he was like, you know what? I want to say this to everybody before I go.
Let me wait till I get my opening while this guy rambles on about how awesome I am, which Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know about you, but when people start saying, oh, you're shut the fuck up. All right, please don't make me uncomfortable.
Yeah. I don't think I can
is
see
it immature of me of that I can't take a compliment? Yes, it is. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, no, I have a problem with sitting through compliments too. But here's the thing. We know for a fact, just based on his expression, that he was pissed off, annoyed, agitated.
If you watched the live.
Also, he didn't, when he left, he didn't say anything. Like he didn't blame this podcast. He basically said, I'm done with all podcasts. He just had enough of whatever this is.
Week I told you I was wishing, and sometimes when you wish upon a star, the star shows up. Dana White, you are an amazing guy. I can't thank you enough for being here.
I'm looking for the moment
seem to be getting along. You are not only an amazing businessman, you are an inspiration.
You can see he's just waiting, chomping at the bit to be like, let me get done so I can say my thing.
Business, the way you conduct your business and your friends.
And he's licking his chops. He's waiting for the moment. You see him, right?
Yeah,
he's licking his lips. Like, please just shut your goddamn mouth so I can say my piece to get the fuck out of here.
I appreciate it. I am so fucking tired of doing podcasts. I'm literally done with them. I'm not doing any more podcasts.
It's so good, dude. It's so good. God. Oh my God.
Something had to have happened beforehand.
Dude, the uncomfortability here. This is not fake. I'm telling you, people, this is not fake. Look at that.
An illustrious guest from the middle of the other side of South Carolina.
Yes, now, I don't want to. Like I said, I watched about a minute and a half into it, and he didn't mention it, so I assume it's not mentioned throughout the whole thing. But,
well, clearly, as you can see in the metrics, he doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, if he did bring it up, you would have seen more interest in his, at the timeline.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Now this.
Oh, wait. So he does talk about why he walked off?
No, I seen this. Hang on. If this is what I think it is, I seen this, and he doesn't say anything really. Yeah, so this is another thing I hate about fucking YouTube videos.
Oh, the clickbait.
Yeah, Dana White explains why he walked off, and the one I seen literally was just him at a press conference for some fight or whatever, and one of the reporters going, "So you're done with podcasts, huh?" And Dana White goes, "Yes," and that was it. That was the explanation.
No, but there was a video under this one. Like, click back.
Okay.
See right there.
This is the one I'm talking about. This is the press conference.
Oh.
Then never mind.
No, I don't want to watch it. I trust you.
No.
I trust you.
No, it's a minute. It's
Say that again.
Yeah.
In the past, for big events like Conor versus Aldo, you had them walking down the street in Las Vegas. Do you think we could get one of those trailers for 300?
No, I have to. Now that you said it, I guess, right? I got to figure something out.
You're welcome.
Okay, pause. One second.
Here it
One
is.
second.
Yeah,
I can see why he cannot stand doing podcasts.
Okay.
Because these press junkets that he has to do, he has to do them for every fight and so on. Have you ever listened to one of these things?
Yes.
Where he has to talk and these reporters ask him the dumbest
I know.
fucking question.
I know.
It's like, and he's just sitting there like, oh my God. Because I've watched I watch Formula One, and after the race, they have to do, they have to talk to the press. They're like, part of their contract, you have to talk to the press. And some of these reporters, like the guys just finished a 2-hour fucking race. Now, when I used to race my motorcycle, dude, I used to do 7 laps and I was spent. I was done. Like I was like, holy fuck, in the heat. It's a lot of work, like swinging that motorcycle back and forth. And so my legs were done, my arms were done. I can't even imagine how exhausted these guys are after doing it for 2 hours.
I know.
And these fucking reporters ask them the dumbest fucking questions that I can't even, because sometimes I like to hear what they say during the race, like, what was their mindset and so on. Then the reporters will start asking like, what did you think about some bullshit that had nothing to do with the fucking race? It's like, I had to stop watching them, the press reports, because it's just like, you're fucking annoying me. So
Dana
I can't
actually
even imagine what Dana White is thinking.
Yeah, Dana White actually has some there's probably a compilation video we could find where, because he just, like, he doesn't give the bullshit piece, whatever you want to call the public relations answer. Like, he'll even just tell one of the reporters, that's a dumb question. And he just moves on.
He did that great response to, like, I forget who it was. There was some fighter that said something about, I don't know, transgender or gay people. And they asked Dana White, it's like, are you going to talk to him to have him, tell him what he's supposed to say? And Dana was like, what the fuck are you talking about? You want me to tell a grown man what he can or cannot say? I'm like, oh shit. Finally, a fucking man answer. Like, I'm a grown man. He's a grown man. I'm not going to tell a grown man what to fucking say. Like, what psychotic fucking dystopian world are we living in?
He's got a couple of good moments, but let's get back to this, because Dana White on why he walked out, this fucking clickbait shit. Ready?
Yeah.
No, this week you went viral for your new dislike of podcasts. Is there no point anyone asking you to join those again?
Yeah, please. You know where I'm at with the podcast. I feel like fucking Jordan Peterson every time I turn on Instagram. I'm on a fucking podcast. Yes. No more podcasts, please. Podcast it out.
Dude, fuck you with that title. Fuck you. God damn it. I fucking hate people. But anyway, you know what?
Look at that. The video's ended. And
you know
it's still
what,
like, wait, so the rest.
That's it.
Because I noticed it's 39 seconds. And then the rest are just fast forwarded. It's just still the same. Just that fucking, what the fuck?
So they could put it's so they could put this bullshit up there, I guess.
And that, because I noticed at the beginning of the video was just that stupid sign for like a good 20 seconds. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. But everybody was talking about this. In fact, when it happened, because we're a couple of weeks ahead with our recordings here, I was like, damn it, we should have got in on this viral sensation and did an episode so that way we could use a nice little fucking clickbait title. Anyway, so Chael Sonnen. Anyway, there were a bunch of videos on it, but that's all I wanted to show on that. Anyway, all right, so we can move on to something else, because there is, I almost exited out of the studio here. Okay, we're going to move on to Ben Shapiro. So I don't know, I'm going to play this one clip. He was on Lex Friedman's podcast. I assume you know who Lex Friedman is.
I have no idea who Lex Friedman
Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. He's like an AI guy, and he's been on Rogan a bunch of times. But hang
on, is he one of these people that's like anti-AI?
No, the opposite.
Oh, okay.
He's like an AI engineer or something.
I am so done with those those down with technology. It's destroying the planet. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no. So anyway, so I don't know if you've ever heard, I'm going to play this one video because I don't know if you ever heard Ben Shapiro talk about how marriage will save America. Have you ever heard him say shit like that?
I can see where he's coming from with that shit.
Yeah.
Because I can kind of agree with him.
As a whole, I understand what he's saying. Yes. But we're going to play this because this is him saying it on this podcast. And then I have another clip of him. I have a rebuttal with why we wouldn't follow this advice from his own words. Okay, here you go.
Okay.
So here's this. Oh, I'm clicking the wrong screen again because I'm a
Just
moron.
descend into the meme further and further. Ben, you're in a monogamous marriage. Destiny, you've been mostly in an open marriage.
Okay, so he's debating this guy.
Oh, I know this fucking dude.
Okay, well,
Jesus Christ.
He's in an open marriage, and that's going to be the question.
Have you seen the girl that he's been in open marriage with?
I've never seen this guy in my life, but as soon as he said open marriage, I was like, yeah, I called him. I thought he was a cuck the minute I seen him.
No, he's literally the one banging more chicks than he
is. He
his wife. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he was saying they got into fucking. I don't know why I know this shit. To the fact that I know what's going on with this dude, is annoying me. But
all I heard was the name Destiny. I was like, fucking stripper name. Like, what the fuck? I immediately judged him because of that name.
That's his Twitch name.
I don't care.
I don't know why he came up with it. Anyway, the girl that he's married to is fucking ridiculously hot. She's ridiculous. But you can, if you see a picture of her, you'll understand. And
all right, I don't care. This isn't about him.
Fucking crazy. But
this isn't about him. I don't care about him.
But basically, you said that he was a cock. No. One of the problems with him was that she lives in another country. She would go back to the other country and they're in an open marriage. So he would bring women home to have sex with. And she got mad because you're having sex with women in our bed. He's like, this is my house. What am I
supposed to type in? Destiny's girlfriend? Destiny?
No, just type in Twitch Melina.
Hang on.
And he's like, this is my house. You have your house, which you can bring men home and sleep with all you want. Like, what?
Is this her?
Yes, but she's blonde now. But that's her.
Okay.
Yeah. She's
whatever.
But she's clearly in fucking sane.
Okay. No, I agree. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't care. So anyway, he's debating him. That's the whole point of this thing. And I watched it and it's good. And actually it was a good debate. Dude has the, enough information to actually debate Ben Shapiro. Of course, in my opinion, my opinion, Ben Shapiro kicked the shit out of him, but he at least held his own. But that's not the point of this. The point is
Ben Shapiro's like, hey, you guys want to debate? I'm like, no.
Yeah.
No.
He wasn't. It wasn't like him debate. It was a civil debate and all that. They're not yelling at each other and all that. It wasn't like the Ben Shapiro videos you see with him destroying some blue-haired college student.
Blue-haired dude, he destroys everyone.
I know, but
everyone.
Yeah, no. In my opinion, he had the better points, but at the very least, it was a back and forth. And I enjoyed the episode. However, when I got to this part, I was like, you know what? Actually, I got to this part and then I watched another video with him and I was like, oh, we got to bring these two together because here's him on marriage. He doesn't explain it as good as he does in some other videos, but basically he thinks people getting married in America will save America. And you said you agree with him, but here's him saying it.
So recently, how foundational is marriage, monogamous marriage to the United States of America? Can open marriages work? Are they harmful to society? Ben.
Marriages are the single most important thing that people can do in the United States because the things within your control are easier to control than the things outside your control. People tend to think about big political change, obviously, about things they can do to change the entire system.
Okay, you know what?
That's 100% correct.
Yes. as a society. But since I don't care about anybody else but myself,
that's correct too. I am. That's
we're
why
going to move on. We're going to move on to
boy.
the other explanation.
Wait, that was it?
No. He can go. No. All I wanted to make the point is
that's what I'm saying. That's all you wanted him to say. It was like, that's it.
I seen this video.
Oh no.
And this is also Lex Friedman, a different episode. But here's what I wanted to point out.
Look at like the day in the life of Ben Shapiro.
Okay, so I wake up when my kids wake me up. Usually that's my baby daughter who's 2.5. We hear her on the monitor usually about 6:15, 6:20 a.m. So I get up. My wife sleeps in a little bit.
All right. Strike number one for marriage.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming because I heard him say that before and somebody pointed it out. Yeah.
All right.
They sleep in separate beds in separate rooms.
Strike number one. He's getting up to take care of the kid. He's the one with this multi-million-dollar media empire, and he's getting up because to feed the kid.
I go get the baby. Then my son gets up, and then my oldest daughter gets up. I have 8, 6, and 2. The boy's the middle child.
Is that both a source of stress and happiness?
Oh my God, it's the height of both, right? I mean, it's the source of the greatest happiness. Mm-hmm. So the way that I characterize it is this: when it comes to sort of kids in life. So when you're single, your boundaries of happiness and unhappiness, you can be a 0 in terms of happiness. You can be like a 10 in terms of happiness. Then you get married and it goes up to like a 20 and a -20 because your happiest stuff is with your wife, and then the most unhappy stuff is when something happens. I'm
happy with my 0 to 10 scale. Thank you very much.
It's your spouse. It's the worst thing in the entire world. Then you have kids and all limits are removed. So the best things that have ever happened to me are things where I'm watching my kids and they're playing together and they're being wonderful and sweet and cute and I love them so much. And the worst things are when my son is screaming at me for no reason because he's being insane.
So basically you're either on heroin or you're getting a hammer to the dick is what he's saying with kids.
And I have to deal with that, right? I mean, like, or something bad happens to my daughter at school or something like that. That stuff is really bad. So yes, the source of my greatest happiness, the source of my greatest stress. So they get me up at about 6:15 in the morning. I feed them breakfast. I'm kind of scrolling the news while I'm making them eggs, and just updating myself on anything that may have happened overnight. I go into the office, put on the makeup and the wardrobe or whatever, and then I sit down and do the show. A lot of the prep is actually done the night before because the news cycle doesn't change all that much between kind of late at night and in the morning, so I can supplement in the morning. So I do the show, and then I write, I read. So that's probably covering Wall Street Journal, New York Times, Washington Post, Boston Globe, Daily Mail, Breitbart. I'll look at the Blaze. I'll look at maybe the Intercept. I'll look at a bunch of different sources, and then I will look at different clips online. So Mediaite comes in handy here. Grabian comes in handy here. Usually have between, now it's like 11:15 in the morning maybe, because sometimes I'll pre-record the show. So it's 11:15 in the morning. I'll go home, and if my wife's available, I'll grab lunch with her. If not, then I will go and work out.
At what part is his life horrible? Because I know it's, between
hang on,
you, it sucks. I mean, do you think having kids suck?
Dude, hang on.
The fact that he's like, oh yeah, and I finished my job at 11:15.
Hang on. Watch the like I said, I'm gonna cut a lot of this.
And if my wife's available, I'll have lunch with her. If not, I'll go to the gym.
If my wife's
12 p.m. I'm like, dude, this is going against everything that we say.
And then I go pick up my kids from school at 3:30. So according to my kids, I have no job. I'm there in the mornings until they leave for school. I pick them up from school. I hang out with them until they go to bed, which is usually 7:30 or so. So I'm helping them with their homework and I'm playing with them and I'm taking them on rides in the brand new Tesla, which my son is obsessed with. And then I put them to bed and then I sit back down. I prep for the next day, go through all those media sources I was talking about, compile kind of a schedule.
So here's my question. What the fuck does his wife do besides sit there and get fucked and pump out kids?
Dude, let me tell you, this is going to come off as completely misogynist. The wife minds her own fucking business. You know what? He's the one raising the kids. They're going to be raised correctly. You bitch, you stay in your fucking second bedroom.
So he wakes up, he sleeps, she sleeps in, he gets up, he makes the breakfast.
Hold on. Well, let's just back up real quick. We just heard everything that he does. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And he stays home all day. He takes care of the kids and blah, 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 gets them ready, takes them to school, picks them up from school. There are women who are complaining, oh my God, this is such difficult. This is so complicated. I being a mother is the hardest thing I applied to ever. Meanwhile, this motherfucker is Ben fucking Shapiro. And he just lists his whole day on he even works out too into the day. But I'm so overweight because I just don't have time to do anything because it's so complicated to do it. This is Ben fucking Shapiro. And he does everything that he does and takes care of his kids.
He named every newspaper that he I mean, it's even though he's only recording for however long he's recording, the prep, he already said that he reads the newspapers in the morning, and then a lot of the show prep is done the night before. And then when he's ready to record, that's a lot more hours than the time he's recording. So this is a full-time job. We're not talking about a part-time job here.
Oh, yeah.
Plus he has to be
a full-time job where he I work out for a couple of hours and, go have lunch with my wife and I play with my kids. Dude, he's got this. I think he's over.
But he's not selling me on the whole marriage thing. I understand marriage will save the world, but in terms of my life, I have to get up and feed the kids, get them off to school.
Let's be real. You're not marrying somebody like Ben Shapiro's wife. Okay, you're marrying fucking Harley Quinn, who will destroy your life. Okay, that's the difference. He knows. True. He knows who he's marrying is not going to be some crazy bitch and so on. This woman, whoever he's married to, she's not making his life complicated. She's not making his life hard. She knows her role and she shuts her mouth because Ben
what does she do? I was about to bring up a picture of her, but I actually don't want to do that to her.
Who cares?
To him.
It doesn't matter what she does. Yeah. It only matters what he does.
I don't want to bring her up because we're going to critique her looks, but I am curious as to what she does. Does she work?
I don't know.
First of all, she doesn't have to work. He's got a lot of money, right? As popular as
I'm pretty sure he.
Yeah, he's got to be making a good living, so she doesn't have to work.
But I'm sure he's like, oh, you want to be single, independent? Get your ass out there and work. Other than that, or she just might be like somebody who just sits in a room and it's just reads books and, knits all day because it's like you keep your bullshit in your room. In my house, bitch, my rules. I mean, we don't know, but
I brought this up just to show the fact that we're not going to read it. I was just curious if it said immediately.
Wait. Her name is Moore?
I guess it's a Hasidic name, a Jewish name. I have no idea.
See, first off.
Medical career and personal life.
Oh, that's right. She's a doctor.
She's a doctor.
Yeah, okay. She is a doctor because I remember him complaining that he doesn't want free healthcare because he's like, my wife should be able to, charge whatever she wants. It's like, okay, man.
Yeah. All right. So she works too.
Yeah.
But I was like, I mean, he does. Okay. All right.
Well, I guess,
I just assumed.
Got to do her patience and I guess she's not needling. She's actually fucking.
Yeah. I just assumed he had a more traditional relationship where she stays at home, takes care of the kids. But all I'm saying is, dude, based on that schedule you just told me and me having to be the primary caregiver for these fucking little shits that are going to put me in a home someday. You're not selling me on the home.
I don't think his kids are going to put him in a home. Seriously.
I'm sure
the Jewish people are a different mindset. They are completely different mindset than, what we've been raised on and shit.
I guess. I don't know.
I don't think they do that kind of shit.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of Jewish people in the home, but it might be the liberal Jewish people, the ones that are the ones that run Hollywood, not the Ben Shapiros of the world with the actual religious background. But anyway, that's all I wanted to bring up.
Okay, but seriously, you wouldn't if okay, let's put it this way. If you had a choice between working an 8 to 5 job every day for the rest of your life. Well, 8 to 5, 9 to 5, whatever.
No.
40 hours a week.
Okay, go ahead.
But, and you get no kids. You get no kids. Or you can work 1 to 2 hours a week, 1 to 2 hours a day, but you have to take care of your kids.
First of all, let me just point out, he did not describe 1 to 2 hours.
Dude,
he described an all-day prep for the next day.
Yeah, all-day prep. Dude, give me a break. You know, he's done this for years, so he knows exactly what he looks for.
Yeah, he's got his routine. No. Yeah. What I'm saying, you're misunderstanding me. What I'm saying, it's not a trade-off. I'm not saying work 40 to 60 hours a week with no kids or 2 hours a day with kids. I'm saying 2 hours a day without kids. I'm saying fuck you and your marriage bullshit. I ain't doing it. I ain't waking up to give a kid cereal and go, we don't have any more Cocoa Puffs. Fuck you and your goddamn Cocoa Puffs.
You want the cake and eat it too. Okay.
Yes, 100%. I understand that me getting married and having kids will help save America. But that's only if everybody else comes along with me and does the same thing. I'd rather stay single.
Dude, I'm just making the point. But if it was
I totally thought you would be.
No.
No. I totally thought you would be on board with this thought.
What?
That for some reason you're making the argument for marriage, and I just never thought you would.
Oh no, no. The point is that like when you brought him up, I thought you were gonna like say it's like you were gonna give this whole spiel about how even with Ben Shapiro, marriage still sucks. Like he was going to describe it in a way that marriage sucks. The way he described it, the way he described his life is like, damn, this is pretty fucking good. But we all know it's a fairy tale. Like
no. Here's what this is. You're talking about a guy who is very much versed on being in the public. You think he's telling you the whole story here? You think he didn't point out anything about he said the highs and the lows. If as a single guy, you got 0 to 10 in terms of your sadness or your happiness. And as a married guy, it's minus 40 up to positive 40. In other words, the highest highs and the lowest lows. He didn't tell you any of the lowest lows. He said they exist. But all I wanted to point out is he's the one raising the children. So this marriage equal partnership thing, I don't know. I just assume based on, I assumed he would be a very busy man and the wife's taking care of the kids. But apparently that's not the case. Apparently even with his busy schedule, he's got more time to take care of the kids, and I'm just not about it.
It doesn't. I mean, I'm not saying he doesn't work hard, but I don't think he does a 8-hour day shift. I think, probably, the way I don't know.
He has to keep up on every, dude. Here's the thing, man.
He says he reads. Yeah, and I sit down and I read, and I, read the newspaper. When was the last time you read the newspaper? Because you didn't have 500 other things that you need to do, or even wanted to do.
But that's my point. On top of that,
one of the things that gets in the way,
the kids.
One of the things that gets in the way is our fucking 9 to 5 job.
No.
That we don't want to do.
He's
doing a 9. His 9 to 5 job is shit that he wants to do.
I get that. That wasn't my point at all. I'm not talking about his job. I'm talking about he wakes up in the morning, bakes the kids breakfast, gets them off to school, meets them at the bus, gets them into the house, helps them with their homework, and puts them to bed. At what point is his wife a mother? At what point is this partnership a partnership? And why would I sign up for that?
I have no clue. I don't know.
Meanwhile, you're sitting here, the guy that's worse than me when it comes to marriage and kids, and you're actually being like, "No, that sounds like a pretty good life."
The way he described it, if it is reality, it makes you. I mean,
it's fine. What he described it is fine.
Marriage and fucking kids horrible is having to put in your 9 to 5 job. That shit gets in the way. Because after I work fucking 8 hours a day.
So you're telling me if you had, okay, so you're telling me.
After working 8 to 9 hours a day,
okay,
when I come home, I don't want to deal with any kids.
This podcast, by some miracle, tomorrow gets 5 million views an episode. Me and you are just, this is our job now, and we have to do show prep and get stuff ready because this is our living. You're telling me at that point you're willing to throw marriage and kids into the mix?
Oh, get the fuck out of here!
What are you saying? What are you saying?
What I'm saying is dude. Every dude that we've worked with, I fucking hate my kid. I hate my
yes.
Kid. God damn it. That's the whole point. That's the whole point I'm trying to make. That one of the things that fucking ruined having kids and fucking dealing with marriage is our 8 to 5, 9 to 5 fucking job. But it's so ingrained into us that it's like, fuck this shit. I am not, dude, we're going to be 50. We've been this way for how many years now?
Yeah,
we're too, what's that? We're too jaded. We're too fucking set in our ways that even if tomorrow, they said, let's say I win the lottery tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Well, now you can get kids. I'll get the fuck out of here. This money's all mine. Yeah. Fuck you. I ain't sharing this shit. Fuck that shit because I'm too jaded. But I'm just saying, he's probably the first person, one of the few. How many men have you met that was like, yeah, I enjoy my kids. I enjoy being married. I love my wife, and so on and so on. All that shit. Nah. But the way he describes, being married, having kids, that doesn't sound too bad.
Here's the thing.
But the reality is, this for normal Joes like you and me, it sucks dick.
Oh, dude. It not only that, based on what he described, I would be getting the kids off to work to school as I go to work, and then I'm helping them with their homework afterwards, and I'm putting them to bed, and then I'm waking up in the morning and doing it all over again. That's not a life. I realize you're raising a life, but basically your entire function at that point. Forget about watching your favorite TV show. Forget about. Yeah,
well, hence that's why he's Ben Shapiro, and we're two schmucks doing our own shitty podcast.
I think our most watched video had like 130 views. All right. Anyway, that's all. That's all I had.